Wow, we are live, definitely.
Hello, everyone.
While we are still connecting to Facebook. Hey guys, welcome to day number 10 already. This is crazy, right? Wow, time fly by quickly.
Totally.
And again, we only have 20 more days to go, and that's it. So if you have stuck with me so far for the 10 pound job down, congratulations to win it. You have the drive, you have the push. And for many, they may not have that. That's why we are talking about one of the key pillars overlook to help lose weight and just have a better quality of life. Because without it, without this pillar, you tend to find yourself continue asking internally, why am I struggling to lose weight? Why I cannot lose weight? And one of those key pillars is that that is accountability and support. So today I have Daniela Gatel again with me to talk about and discuss this and share these nuggets with you. And we'll just dive a little deeper into this topic about accountability and support. Welcome, Danny.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me, Jay. And if you don't know me yet, my name is Daniela Gattel. I am a nutrition coach and a national board certified health coach. And I help you get what you want, but also what you need when it comes to health and wellness. Yeah, so excited to be here with you and talking about accountability and why that is important and what actually accountability mean.
True. I think what happens most of the time we don't realize is around us, loved ones, friends, co-workers, they might be the I should say the stone or the block that is sinking you to the bottom of the lake, not being aware of it. They may even have good intention, some of them, but not realizing the words that they are saying to you affect your psyche, your mood towards your weight loss journey. And you might end up throwing in the towel. And that all happens psychologically, not realizing on that. It could be sabotaging you towards the body of your dreams, the health of your dreams. But without good accountability and support, it could be I should say, a rocky road to achieving that goal. What I observe over the years, the people who have that support, have that accountability, not only crush the goals, they end up achieving it faster than the people without it. Again, this is just one of the key pillars to just having a better quality of life and losing weight. So let's talk about more in depth about accountability first, and then we'll dive into the support because they're two different things. Most of the time, many people may get confused and think they're the same, but they're two different independent things. But I put it under one umbrella because they are one of the same, like I should say, the same coin, just two different faces. So accountability. Into accountability a little, and then I will share my opinion about it.
First, if you guys see us, say something, put a one in the comments because it seems we are going in and camera, so I'm not sure. And so just help us out here a minute. Just put a one in the comments if you can see us. Yeah, so we're good to go. All right, so accountability. Well, what I do have a question for you, right? So I'm the coach here, so I do ask a question, and it is, what do you mean by accountability? I mean, do you mean someone that is right there? Because among many of the groups, and one of the groups that we probably in today is, um, we see often asking for, hey, you want to be my accountability buddy?
Yeah,
And
we see this a lot, right?
yeah, we see that coming up very often, which is amazing because it seems, well, there's some sort of connection there of someone that you are, it make you probably overcome those days where you don't feel the so-called motivation or the so-called willpower to do things. There will be a whole topic about what is really motivation and willpower. However, like the one person in their weight loss journey, they feel that they need some sort of accountability, someone that they can, keep themselves accountable, that they respond to. So the thing here is that what kind of accountability are you really looking for? Are you looking for someone that say is there and is there? However, that person is someone that either you work out, either you follow through your meal plan, either you follow through your healthy eating or whatever is the habit that you practice in that week. Either it's there, but either you do it or not do it. Well, they say, oh, okay, no problem, girl, no problem. But you can catch up tomorrow. So that is one of some sort of passive accountability. So where you have someone there that is there, right? Whenever you need it, but it's not really helping you in any way. It's just there as a punching bag and say, okay, whatever has happened, happened. And however, then there's a next type of accountability that may come from either yourself through self-coaching or through someone that you hire, someone that you pay, someone that is there for you, that use that accountability as to either call you forward and say, hey, what really happened when you did not follow through what you said that you were doing? What's the reason behind you not doing what you promised yourself you were doing? And it could be, did you ask yourself too much, for example? Did you promise yourself that you were working out for an hour, eat all your meal healthy, and go for a walk in the night? Did you kind of overload yourself with the tasks that you were supposed to do, and so that you didn't follow through, right? That could be one. And so the person that is there, either you through self-coaching or the coach that you hire or whatever sort of professional accountability that you may look and seek out, or they ask you the question, but they go to the bottom line of why you didn't do what you promised yourself so badly that you were doing, right? Because we promise ourselves that today I'm going to work out, today I'm going to eat healthy, but then when it's 8 o'clock in the night and you get into the house or the apartment, you don't really feel to change your clothes and go for a walk. So why are you not doing that? The accountability that you may want to look for or seek is someone that said, okay, you didn't do it, but why you didn't do it? So let's dig a little deeper, see what really happened. Were you asking yourself too much? Could be one. Or are you in such a way where you still in that all or nothing mindset, where if you work out, eat all your meal healthy, go for a walk, and distress and do brain dump journaling, if you don't do all the tasks, then it's like, oh my gosh, I failed because I didn't do it, right? So do you still in that phase where you either you do everything, or if you don't do all the time, fail, okay, figure tomorrow I'm not going to do nothing because I'm not able, because I'm a failure, because what's wrong with me, why I can do it. So the point of a real account that help you or yourself, you help yourself dig a little bit deeper and figure why you didn't do what you were supposed, what you promised yourself you were doing, right? And this could be like Jay mentioned, support, right? And I call the support like the environment, what is around you, right? So what were you doing when you said that you were doing something, but then you find yourself doing something else? And then where were you when you said that you were doing something that you didn't do it? What time of the day was it? So this could be like three clever questions that you ask yourself if you're doing some self-coaching, or if you find someone like a health coach, a nutrition coach, someone that asks you this kind of question to really go to dig deeper, as I said, to find the reason why. And then it's whenever you figure that why, you kind of like problem solving. and see, okay, I didn't do it because, and then you move on to the layer of environment. So what is around you? What around you make it hard to do, right? So for example, you promise yourself after dinner you're not binging on ice cream or a cookie, but then that cookie jar is right there in front of you. So that it kind of make it harder for you to follow through. So then the follow-up question is that, what can I make it easier for me to follow through? And it could be, okay, I'm going to remove the cookie jar from my immediate reach to above, like the top shelf or the top cabinet, so where it's difficult for me to reach to that, and so it's easier for me to follow through. That could be a next intertwined level of accountability support environment, because everything is very much connected. Like the environment that we're in really shape the feelings, the thoughts, and the behaviors, and it's very much responsible for countless ways that we either derail or we stay on track. And whenever you seek out for help and you hire a coach, for example, one among the first thing that you will see, you will get engaged is, let's clear up the environment. Let's see what is around you. Let's see what's helping you, what is not helping. Because that, when it comes to, hey, I am accountable and that I follow through what I promise myself of doing, and you respond to your coach or you respond to yourself and say, I also set myself up for success in such a way where everything around me works for me. I hope I...
Yeah. I like, you know, I didn't want to distract you from your train of thought because it's flowing, it was moving like the number 4 train express to the Bronx.
Exactly.
You know, Pelham Bay Parkway.
Yeah.
To add to that, what I look at when it comes to, especially, let's talk about accountability still. To me, accountability is like 3 buckets or 3 people types that seek out accountability, and they do it differently. And the first one are people who tend to have this leadership like personality. They tend to be the go-getters, self-starters. They motivate themselves to some degree. They go all in. They're cool people. That is one group of people could actually say, you know what, I'll keep myself accountable to achieve this goal. And there are few. They are a rare breed, but they exist though. They do exist. And they will have a journal and they will do it and say, okay, today I'm doing this, and they'll keep themselves accountable. And most of them are really good in time management, especially.
They're very much like data-driven kind of person.
Correct. Time management, as you said, data-driven, the analytical, the way they think. So they tend to keep themselves on track throughout their journey. Not saying it's always smooth and they wouldn't fall, but they tend to be 90% by themselves could keep themselves accountable. And that is a rare breed. There is the next extreme where they know personally they can keep themselves accountable, but they want to achieve that goal, and they are debating on, should I get a coach? Although they may try to do it on their own, they just know they can't. And the next step is to get someone to keep them accountable. And that could be a coach, some form of expert in that area that they're seeking help in. And for now, it's losing weight, better nutrition, better quality of life. You may have gut issue or heartburns or bloatedness, and you just want to get rid of that, plus the weight, and feel great. And that's where you get an expert like myself, Danny, to keep you accountable, who they have helped many people just like yourself achieve their goals, and we will take you by the hand and keep you accountable. So you now have somebody there over your shoulder or by your side, holding your hands, keeping you accountable to achieve the goal. So that's too extreme. Then there's the middle people. You neither know, they They say they are accountable, self-driven. However, they start something and they can never finish. Come on, you know what I'm talking about. That might even be you, you know. So you're in a middle gray area and they say, I could do it by myself. And you're trying for months and even years to do it by yourself because you fall in the middle. But really and truly, you're both. And just having that extra help from a support, like not just support, but from an expert to keep you accountable, that might get you to that part where over time you will be self-driven. You'll be more time. You'll manage your time much better because you start to see results. You start to feel it, and psychologically your mind change and shift from one area to the next, and it wouldn't be in the middle. So that's three different people types I think seek out accountability, and there are different ways that they do this accountability thing. So which one is yours? Which one are you seeking out? Are you seeking out an expert? Like I can't do this by myself. No. Are you the one in the middle of middles? Trust me, there's a lot of middles. That's why we have so much Facebook groups and LinkedIn groups and weight loss, because there are many in the middles. They start something, they really have the drive, and they will start something 1 week in, 2 weeks in, 3 weeks, they throw in the towel. They start again next 2 months, 1 week in, 2 weeks, 3, 4 weeks in, maybe five, and then they throw in the towel. So they have something to get started, just cannot finish the race. And that's why an expert like myself and Dan could actually get you over that finish line. That's the cool thing about having accountability. They set you up for success. Great accountability, knowing which one is best for you, will help you achieve your weight loss goals and your health goals as well. And that's what I have to say about accountability.
Yeah, I would say, like, I would add on to that. Whenever you seek like external accountability, you decided that eventually hiring or having a coach or having an expert or a professional or close to you is that person that kind of like see 5 steps ahead of where you are right now. And so don't really buy into the excuses, but it's really there by your side to put like a bright light on to the excuses, but say, is this true? Like, is this the real reason why you didn't follow through what you promised yourself you were doing? And so that's where, like, you get also to experience like the murkiness of pushing through, like the gray areas of change, and is where you, like, the tougher you is built, because there's some days where you just don't want to do it, period. Like, it happens, and it happens to everybody. And then you say, okay, but why I don't want to do it, right? So, and then the next step will be why is this important for me to do it, right? So why, what's the core why that I am on this weight loss journey? So whenever you have an expert by your side, they help you see the true reason. We call it like, there's two fundamentals, like the core, the foundation, when we start any client, a coach relationship or alliance, is really figuring the why are you doing this. There's not just because you want to look better, right? It could be that, but really going to layer the different layers of why you want to do what you want to do, especially what you want. And then the second one is building. So having this why statement, I call it, and then next to it having destination postcard. So really picture and weight. We have these two tools always available, and the coach have that available and bring up every time there's a coaching session. They continually, on my side, Jay does the same. We continuously pick and point out the action that a client take, and say, hey, look, this action that you just take, it comes back to what is in you, right? And also it bring you closer, it move you closer to your goal, because by doing it, repeating this over and over, while you get to the mastery where you eat enough nutrients at all meals, right? So whenever I don't, you can do this by yourself. Like I'm not pushing anything here, but the point is that whenever you have someone that is an expert, that is a professional, that know both the science of nutrition and the art of coaching, is when you get the most amazing, incredible transformation, because yeah, they know the meals, right? They know the proteins, they know the components, they know the macros, they know everything. But at the same time, they are there to, like gently um, walking alongside, but not imposing anything, but really keep shining bright that light on you by saying, okay, this is what is happening here. Why is this happening? And so to get to the deeper layer where you can finally push through and say, okay, I overcome this. I overcome the 2 weeks. I overcome the fact that I think I'm not able of doing it. I overcome the fact that I thought I would not be able to live without pizza, but guess what? I am now 3 weeks without pizza and I feel better, right? And so that is the kind of accountability that I wish you find, and I really want you to find, because that's the way that you get unstuck from that cycle where you lose and regain, lose and regain, lose and regain. It is a constant battle there.
Hey guys, for the ones who just joined now, welcome. We are talking all about nutrition, and right now, we're not nutrition about one of the key pillars to helping you lose weight. Each and every Wednesdays, we'll be dealing with one of the 6 pillars of actually losing weight and feeling great. Sorry for cutting you. I just
No,
wanted
no,
to.
no. I was like, or my thought here say, whenever it's not fun. Like I was there, and it's not fun like to be in cycle and going and losing and regaining and losing and regaining and losing for a year and then putting back on because some stressful or something happened. So that's why the accountability or the coaching help you push that and find and have by your side really a toolbox where you say, okay, when this happened, this is the tool that I'm going to use, so that I don't have to go back again, because you acquired that skills that allow you to get in shape and stay in shape, because this is the goal, is not to go back. Like, you don't like to be fat again. I was with a very good friend of mine that she resorted to some surgery, and then she printed out a picture and she said, I don't want to go back to being fat again, because there's no pleasure to going back and being fat. So the point here is that if get professional help to help you build the tools that allow you not ever to go back.
Let me add to that. Some people might be saying, but could I get help outside of um, without paying? Yeah, it's possible. If you have a supportive family, that could keep you accountable. Your husband or some loved one or relative or co-worker, they might be able to keep you accountable. Some good friends who are actually doing it together, you might be able to keep each other accountable. That's also highly possible. However, I could say this. I'm seeing in the group a lot of people say, hey, let's be accountability partners, right? However, it seems like it's the blind leading the blind, because no one know exactly what to do, but they're trying. The goal is to keep each other accountable for what and to what. There's nothing to measure against. There's no expert eye looking into, but let's say a husband or loved one day and they say, hey, hon, I need you to keep me accountable because I need to get up 5 every morning. I want to go to the gym. I want to run in the park or ride my bicycle or whatever it might be. And that support might say, hey, hon, time to get up, rise and shine. And that might be what you need for that accountability.
Yeah.
However, when you're in a group setting and you say, hey, let's be accountability partners, what is the best keep accountable in, and there's so much moving parts. So I will always suggest this. Yes, it's cool that you could get like a family friend, colleague, even someone within a group to keep you accountable. However, it's much more fun. It's much more faster if seek after professional help, someone who have helped many people just like you. And transition into that now is this: how could you define or identify a good accountability coach expert? Because we know there is a lot of gurus out there that present themselves and they may not be the right fit for you. How could we go about at least finding one? Because you might say, yes, I need one now. I definitely want to. So what are some of the like the markers they should look for of a good accountability partner or coach or expert?
All right. So the ideal person that you want to look and seek help is someone that, as I said earlier on, combine and know the science of nutrition. So they have a background in nutrition, so they know what is good, what kind of food is good for you, right? Because nutrition and weight loss is have a very much big nutrition component, right? So they are very much versed in the science of nutrition, and at the same time they have they're very good at the art of coaching. So when you combine the science of nutrition with the art of coaching in a very much client-centered environment where you are the boss at the end of the day, it's not me coming into with my biases or me coming into knowing that the way, for example, if I had to give a personal example, I was overweight, right? And I lost weight in a certain way. So I think I might come in into the conversation by imposing my own way of losing weight because it helped me. But
Would
I'm
it,
not you,
would it work for me?
right? I'm
Yeah.
not you. So what kind of coach am I if I have only one way of seeing nutrition, right? If I have only one way, that I think that the only way to lose weight
Like,
is going keto, or
oh,
oh my gosh, like now
paleo.
I will have a lot of haters because,
Paleo,
or paleo or Mediterranean or DASH
can I get
or whatever is like Atkins. So that was the former
what
keto
about fasting?
or intermittent fasting,
Uh,
which, by the way, all of them are good, right? All of them are good. There's very much, we've been seeing very much good, eh, beautiful results using DASH, beautiful results using medically control intermittent fasting. Like a lot of good results are coming out of this diet because fundamentally all the diet works. That's the point. It's like whichever diet is or whichever nutrition style is good for you. That is not what is good for me. So whenever you choose someone that is consciously biased because they know a lot, they have knowledge, but they don't bring the biases into the coaching conversation. Because as I said, you want to find a place where you are the boss. You are the boss of your own life and your own journey, and so that you choose what is best for you. And of course you have a coach alongside that kind of guides you towards the destination. And I say, if I can give you an analogy before passing the mic, is this: the coach that you want to look for is the coach that is like the service dog to a blind person. A blind person know where he, she, they want to go. They know perfectly the destination. However, the service dog is there to kind of help them along the journey. If there's a pothole, they a pothole that they didn't sense, or they would like to steer a little the journey, but never to go left if the blind person want to go right. So the coach or the professional, the health professional that you want to look at is someone that is like the service dog to the blind person. So know where they want to go, know where you want to go. They know how to take you there. So they know the science of nutrition, but at the same time, they understand very much the art of coaching. So where you boss, period. Nobody else.
You see, I like this analogy. My analogy was kind of different, but I like that one. Mine was saying when you're looking for a support, accountability coach, for example. Again, you all, as Danny said, you are always the boss. I always say you are the superhero. You are the superhero of your life, your journey, and just like Batman have Alfred as a support, but he's a superhero. But all that support, he's nobody. Just like Spider-Man have his aunt as that support, how he feel like his whole world is crumbling. You have that support that is just there to help you, but you are in charge of your destination, your
Yeah.
journey. So, and just to add to that, so when you're choosing and looking for a good accountability partner, somebody, an expert, look for key pillars. And one of my thing is this: when you get to find anyone online or so, if they're trying to just say buy and then I'll tell you, run far away from that. Run far away from that. If they
Cut
they
your
say,
calories like
yeah,
to 800 a day,
yes,
away
you
from it.
run away from that. Anytime, any form of accountability, gurus out there saying, hey, um, I'll say this: one of best, the best way to a good one is the ones who give you, I call it the test and see method. Anyone is saying, hey, come, let me come and test it out for yourself. Come and see how I coach, see if the vibes well together. Let me share some tips with you if you could see results or some form of results in advance. Then you could see, you know what, this is my person. He's willing to give, or he or she or they, and all these different letters down the line. You may say, you know what, I like this person. I like how we talk. I like how energy flow. I realize the biases or pre-biases, but they're actually creating a box around me instead of trying to put me in this kind of box that they already created. And you're saying, okay, I'm in the right place. Then they was able to share with me so much nuggets that I tried it for myself and I got even the small results. You know the person for you. Just like what we does here, right here with a 10-pound drop down is to give you and make you test it. Feel it for yourself. So you know by you already tasted it, you say, okay, this is good. These are the people I want to work with. These are the people I know could get me the results. And that's one of the key markers I will say for good accountability.
Yeah, very much of the work that we do is like really collect data, analyze data, and try out different strategies. So it's really, and by collecting data and analyzing data, is really by assigning small tasks and actions that repeated over time will build skills that repeated over time becomes lifestyles. And so it's like seeing, giving out and say, okay, how is this working? And gathering the data, analyzing, and say, okay, this is working, and so that we can move on to something else more challenging, more tasking, or say, oh no, this is not really probably the right time. We need to shrink it down or to try something else, and and that's the way that you get lifestyle changes, because everybody can follow a diet if you're very committed, or so if you're like in front of a health scare, you are very much into trying something for a month or 2 months and see results. Whenever you want to start something, go into with the mindset that this is a lifestyle change, so that you never go back to the previous version of yourself or your old self. Embrace this as a journey and say, okay, I'm learning or relearning skills that I had, but for some reason I forgot, or I choose to unlearn, and now I am relearning how to, get healthy and love my body. And yeah.
So with that, let's transition a little to the next area of your weight loss success, which is support. Support is a little different from the accountability. And support, for example, having to what support will look like, it's and why some people may fail is this. For example, I am trying to live a, let's say, a vegan life. I want to lose 10 pounds and go all plant-based while my loved ones is having Cheetos in the house. Some of my weakness, honey bun, and all this other junk in the house, knowing well that I trying to achieve a certain goal. All right, that's the support. Having someone to support you along the way, a loved one, friend, colleague, even an expert to help that support you, keep you encouraged, motivate you, all that is part of that support is vitally important because it could derail you so quickly. It could put a lot of head trash in your mind and make you feel like I just can't do it. So having support is key, vital. You know, however, now if you have that support and your loved one at home know that is really important for you to achieve that, losing that 10 pounds, losing that 50 pounds, or even more, having a better health, they say, okay, hon, I'm in it with you. They'll clean out the cupboard with you, or they just wouldn't do it around you and root for you. They'll be your biggest cheerleader and making you believe that you can achieve, and just being there as that pillar of support. And that is vitally important. I don't know what is your outlook on support,
Yeah.
because support, we could talk about that for the whole day.
Yeah. Support is important, and however, there's something that I say is that we talk about the loved ones and the children, right? So children, we have if you're a woman, if you're a parent, and you have children might have a different nutrition than yours, right? So you might be on weight loss, but the children are not on weight loss, or you might be on weight loss, but your partner is not on weight loss because they don't need it, they don't want it. And so how do you overcome this big obstacles to say, hey, I'm trying here to eat healthy, but my gosh, like my partner, I mean, he loves hot dogs, so he loves cheeseburgers, and that's why we're eating 3 times a night. And so how do you overcome that? And yeah, you can make them aware that you are on a weight loss journey. And so for that, your nutrition will need to look a little different than theirs for whatever time it takes. Is that enough? Hell no, because you make them aware, but that wouldn't mean that they stop eating cheeseburger or the kiddos stop eating ice cream. No, because they are not on the same path that you are, right? So how do you make this whole family scenario here working? And sorry, like to bring it real to you right now, but it's your journey. And so I going back again to why you want to do this. Why is this important to you? And so the why and the final destination, right? The why and the destination postcard. This is two tools that are so very much important that you need to have like printed out and put it on your refrigerator doors, because that's what you want to go back and read every time that your husband or your partner or your wife is ordering cheeseburger or making cheeseburger or making fries or making pork chops. I don't know. So you want to be that person that know what you want, so know what you want, or know what he, and have it there and say, I am doing this because you're doing it so big and so exciting that allow you to say, you know what, honey, you get your cheeseburger, I'm eating the beef patty only. I'm leaving the cheese aside, I'm leaving the bun aside. You eating fries, I eat sweet potato fries. You eating the fries, I eat a salad on the side. So you can still have what your loved ones, what your husband, your wife has on a slightly modified version that allow you to still move a little bit forward and never backward. However, in order to do that and not get tempted or not every other day, because they might say that they're supportive, but then at the end of the day, they are not. You need to look very much inward and say, I am doing this because these are my whys, and this is my final destination. Combining the two, it comes up what is important for you, why your values and your priorities. What is important, your values and your priorities are like, if you're a Christian, the Bible. So you refer daily on that. And you find peace on reading your destination postcard by saying, okay, this is my next version. And my next version that is athletic, it's working out, eating healthy is a lifestyle. Know that for some time I will need to trade a cheeseburger with loaded fries for a burger patty and a side of salad for some times. Then you can go back to your cheeseburger. But believe me, you're not going back to the cheeseburger, because then the beef patty and the salad are very much what you look for instead of the cheeseburger. And all that messy middle there require a connection with what is important for you. So what your values are and your priorities. And that cannot be done if you have someone handing you over a keto meal plans. No, because that do what? Something. But when the family order pizza, is pizza night, or is Taco Tuesday, or is cheeseburger Fridays, or is wing Saturdays, or is pizza Sundays, or every day is like it's a good day to eat junk eventually. But it's what you want to go back and look at. That is like is going to turn into your Bible. It's going to turn into your Torah. It's going to turn into whatever it's something that you really refer to daily.
Yeah, I think just adding to that is support first and foremost. You have to dive deep within and say to yourself, enough is enough, because you have been looking at your health for a while, and every day you're saying, okay, I'm taking this. You're saying enough is enough. I need to change the physique that I have. I don't feel comfortable going on the beach. I was pulling down my clothes and tucking it in because I'm really uncomfortable. So enough is enough. So you personally telling yourself that. So that is your why, as Danny was saying, one of your whys. Enough is enough. I need a change in my life. So when you personally you set boundaries for yourself and goals for yourself that is solid like a rock, it will be hard mentally for you to shift. And by you starting to make the first step and telling your friends, as Danny saying, is making everybody be aware of your specific goals, and they see you're driven, it tend to be a positive light. And many of them, not all, may say, you know what, I will be with you. I want to be part of that journey. I want to be one of that ones who support along that journey. And most of the time, it affects your friends, colleagues, and partners to actually do the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm talking about my personal life, and that just from my personal life, that I say enough was enough, and I changed the way I eat. I changed the way I move. I was moving a little more, eating a little different. That any time I go, and one of my hobbies is music, and we are jamming, they always will bring salad for me and all these. They wasn't sure exactly what to bring, but they said you never go wrong with a salad and some juice, freshly squeezed something, because they knew my journey and they know how serious I was to achieve it. And they was moved by that I was always in their mind when it comes to eating healthy, that it even affect them as well, that over time they did it as well, and they are living much more healthy as well. So I think is support you personally. Not everybody will have that drive, but you have to kind of set your own morals for yourself. You have to set a love standard for you. You have to love you and say enough is enough. I kind of put my health on the back burner. I put myself on the back burner. It's time for me,
Yeah.
and time for me to shine. And with that, and sharing the word amongst your friends and colleagues, that support will come. And not just seeing a loved one or colleague. You can also get that from your expert as well, or coach as well, to help you with that support as well. So that's my take about accountability and support. We could talk about this whole day.
Yeah.
However, I would like to give one task. One task. Find yourself a good accountability partner. I would love to be an accountability partner. I would love to help you achieve the goals that you want in the time frame that is the fastest time frame humanly possible. I say humanly possible, but not everything happens overnight. Okay. So I would love to be that accountability partner for you and that support as well. But look around your circle. Who could be your support at home? Who could be your support at work? Is it your best friend? Is it your loved one? The neighbor? Find that support and start today. Start from today. Reach out to me right now. Send me a message and say, Joel, enough is enough. I'm ready for change. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. I need this change for me. I want you to be my accountability partner. I need that expert insight for me to achieve it. Reach out to me. Feel free. Do that right now. I'm looking out for those DMs and stuff like that. Reach out to me, and you'll get that support from myself and Danny as well, and the entire team to support you along your journey. I don't know if you have any last words to add to
No,
that
I think
task.
like whenever now that you have a more wider, broader information on what accountability is, what support is, what you want to look at, knowing also what is required on your side, right? Because you will need to put in some work here. You will need to get crystal clear on what you want first, not only what you don't want, what you really want first. Get a crystal clear on that, know your values, know your priorities, know what is important for you, right? And so, and with that in mind, you have I would say you're better equipped to look for and accountability buddies hunting. And if that is us, well, you get a whole deal here. Like you get the accountability, you get nutrition science, and you get the art of coaching, you get the accountability, and you get a whole set of tools that will be transferred from us to you, so that this is it. It's never you will never have to turn back. As I said, it's just moving forward. So whatever really feels good to you, you can find it with us, and we'll be very honored to help you and guide you. Be that service dog for you. All right.
Hey, thank you so much for joining me today on day number 10 of the 10-pound drop down challenge. It was fun just chatting, but it is more fun when I feel your energy and I hear from you. So I'd love to hear what was one of the biggest takeaway you got from today. One. It didn't have to be a million. Just one. And just put it in the comments. I would love to hear your feedback. Also, if you believe this information can help a friend, a colleague, please share the love, share the link. I will appreciate it a lot. Until tomorrow, stay fit and healthy.
Yes,